Heavy rains wrought by a low-pressure area caused landslides and flash floods in several provinces in Mindanao, claiming at least 13 lives. 7 persons were reported missing. The rains that have been pounding Mindanao since Friday also displaced thousands of families in Compostela Valley, Surigao del Norte, Davao Oriental, and Agusan del Sur. Added details from Joey Dalumpines of the Philippine Information Agency, Davao Region.
The 3-day low-pressure area that hit Davao Region since Friday caused flash floods and landslides, leaving 13 persons dead, 5 missing, 34 injured, 25,634 families displaced in the provinces of Davao del Norte, Compostela Valley, and Davao Oriental, and the cities of Davao and Mati, and 16 towns. Antonio Coloma Jr., Operations Officer of the Office of Civil Defense 11, said most of the fatalities hailed from the interior areas, namely Misael Cabales, Ramil Ligaspi, Nino Madindin, Alfredo Moses, and Roy Baron of Barangay Bangol, and Boy Arenas, all of Tarragona Town in Davao Oriental, killed in a landslide. He said one alias Pedro in Barangay Marayag, Lupon, Davao Oriental died due to drowning. Coloma said Jen Lynn Gonzalez, 6 of Mount Diwata, Moncayo, Compostela Valley, and a certain Aquino, 4 of Barangay Bagbag, Moncayo, Compostela Valley, also perished in a landslide, while 4 unidentified victims in Barangay Bango, Compostela Valley, and Barangay Andap, Balitaan, respectively, were killed in a flash flood.
And as far as casualties, despite of the fact na pag-umpisa pa lang na advisory ng Pag-asa, dito sa atin sa Operation Center sa Office of Civil Defense and the Operation Center sa RDRMC, we keep on advising people na yun, preemptive evacuations. But nakita namin dito na talking about casualties, doon talaga sa mga liblib na lugar.
He said rescuers also are looking for 4 missing persons in Mount Diwata, Moncayo, Combal, and 1 missing person in Barangay Marayag, Lupon, Davao Oriental. Coloma said a total of 34 persons were also injured in the flash flood and landslides.
So as far as low pressure areas affected, we have 3 provinces. One is Davao Oriental, the other one is Compostela Valley Province, and the last is Davao del Norte. So these are the provinces being affected by the low pressure area. Wherein may baha at saka yung tinatawag natin na landslide.
Most of the displaced families were rescued through the preemptive evacuation initiated by the barangay officials and their respective local governments. He said the areas that incurred several fatalities were indeed far from the reach of local authorities. He also said that no casualties were reported in Davao City, as preventive evacuation was also observed among communities along Davao River. Coloma said the flash flood also destroyed 110 and 7 houses in Davao Oriental and Compostela Valley respectively. The respective provincial risk reduction and management councils in Davao del Norte, Compostela Valley, and Davao Oriental are constantly monitoring the major river systems in their areas, which swelled following the intermittent rainfall. Coloma said in Asuncion, Davao del Norte, the barangay roads of Sagayan, Canatan, Poblacion 7 and 9, and Barangay Kauswagan and the Pagsabangan Bridge are not passable due to the swelling of the Libuganon River. A landslide also hampered the flow of traffic in Barangay Pandapan, Tagum City. Coloma said that in Compostela Valley, 1 Bailey Bridge and a hanging bridge were washed away in Barangay Depot, Upper Ulip, and Monte Vista respectively. He said 1 bridge and 9 roads are impassable due to flash flood. Coloma also reported that 9 bridges and 7 roads were not passable also in Davao Oriental. He said they are also assessing the impact of the weather system to the infrastructure and agriculture in the affected areas. As of press time, the towns of Katiil and Banganga are no longer accessible from Atis City, Davao Oriental, after the approach of a bridge in Caraga collapsed due to heavy flooding. Loreto Rirao, Director of the Office of Civil Defense 11, rushed to the affected areas to have a first grasp of the extent of damage and to coordinate with the local disaster risk reduction and management councils in respective municipalities and provinces.
One in Moncayo, Nabunturan, Mako, yun ang mga areas na Monte Vista. Meron tayong mga, actually, konti lang mga mga damages ng mga infrastructures natin. Particularly yung mga tinatawag na Billy Bridge, yun ang nasisira because of the flooding.
Television, Joey Sam Dalumpines of the Philippine Information Agency Davao Region reporting.